One of the driving principles of the mobile marketplace is that users want new apps, new updates, new content. In fact, over 60% of the users who go on to digital marketplaces do so because they want to try something new. While this is fantastic for user acquisition, this presents a problem for user retention, because if you are not keeping the user's attention, they will quickly be looking for something that will. In this episode, we will learn how to create a good retention strategy. Ready? Let's get started. The key to effective user retention can be broken down into three things. 1. Understand users' behavior in your app. 2. Identify roadblocks to retention. 3. Use tactics and tools to re-engage users. Now, of course, all of this starts with understanding your users. If you don't understand what they want, how they act, or their opinions, you can't really craft a strategy on how to keep them happy. The good news is that Google Analytics has a set of tools to give you insight here. First, check out your Cohort analysis report. Why? Because Cohort analysis is a powerful report that allows you to measure and compare users based on their specific customer journey. For example, what pages they visit, what they do, how they behave in each stage, etc. So you could measure the impact of your marketing campaigns on specific days, see how effective they are in generating loyal users, and compare which campaign performed best. Another good report is active users. Find out how your users interact with your app over time, so you could better understand why they may be staying in or leaving it. It displays your 1-day active users up to 30 days active users next to each other. This helps you answer some important questions regarding your users' retention. For example, if your 30 days active numbers is much higher than the 1-day active number, most users are not coming to your app more than once during a 30 days period. This can indicate that you need to add fresh content on a more regular basis, and maybe you need to re-engage users through marketing campaigns and notifications. The third report is about recency. This report shows how much time passed between app sessions. You might discover users who only open your app once a week. Once you identify users that engage with your app infrequently, you need to figure out how to re-engage that audience. You could send push notification to those users after 3 days to remind them about the app. You could even tailor the message to include incentives. A gaming app, for example, might want to send a push notification with an offer of a free in-app tool to users who haven't opened the app in a while. Now that you have an understanding of your users, you could start think about what their experience is like and get visibility into what roadblocks they are encountering in your app. Here are 3 basic ways that will help you get this information. Screen tracking will help you learn where users spend their time. For example, if each level of a game used a different screen, you could track what percentage of people pass through each level. If there's a level that has a massive users drop-off, that may indicate that there is a technical issue associated with that level, or it is just too hard. Monitor your behavioral flow report. It takes your screen tracking, event tracking, and combines it in a visual user flow. Lastly, use the crash and exceptions report to identify possible roadblocks. You could break data out by app version, operating system, and device brand, so you could evaluate your app's technical performance in different environments. Want to take it one step further? Find out how much crashes are costing you. You could do this by creating 2 segments, one for sessions with crashes and the other without. Then compare the conversion rates and the average order value to see if these metrics are lower in the sessions with crash. Now that you've got all the basics down, the final step is building an effective re-engagement pattern for your users. This varies between apps, but the tools we covered today will help you think in the right direction. Do me a favor, stop spending money on apps installs if you don't have a retention strategy. It's like the dude that sells tomato at a loss and telling his friends that he's going to compensate on it by volume. Game monetization today is more challenging and sophisticated than it used to be. A good monetization strategy depends on your retention strategy. You need to understand your users' behavior, identify roadblocks, and use tactics and tools to re-engage with your users. On the next episode, we will learn how to use in-app purchase househead as part of our strategy to increase revenue. Until next time, eat your vegetables and listen to your partners.